Hi, this is Kevin, and this presentation is about adjective clauses and using prepositions, which is covering the information in chart 12.6 in our textbook, which is on page 332. Okay, so you can check there for a couple more examples. So first, uh, let's remember from last week. I think I told you, if you watched the video, that adjective clauses describe nouns, right? And in English, we can have nouns as a subject in a sentence. We can have them as the object of a verb directly after a verb, or we can have nouns as an object of a preposition. That means they come after a preposition. So those are the three places in English where we can have nouns. All right. Okay. And so let's take a look at an example. We'll analyze an example together very quickly. So, see, Kevin drank a coffee in his office before class. Okay. So, here now in this sentence, I underlined the nouns: Kevin, a coffee, his office, class. I bolded the verb and then I highlighted the prepositions. Okay. So here, Kevin is the subject, drank is the verb. So then, coffee is the object of this verb. And then, his office is the object of this preposition in. And class is the object of this preposition before. Okay. And the reason I'm mentioning this, the reason this is important is because I can put an adjective clause after a noun, right? It must come after the noun. So if I put one here after the subject, then there's not a new subject in the adjective clause. That the word who. So, for example, if I say Kevin, who is my English teacher, that who is Kevin. That's the subject. Kevin, who is my English teacher. So that is the who becomes the subject in the adjective clause. But for these object ones, so if you put an adjective clause after coffee, office, or class, this is object of the verb or object of a preposition. If you put one there, then you will need to put a new subject in the adjective clause. So, for example, Kevin drank a coffee that he bought at 7-Eleven. You need a new subject, he, because the coffee didn't buy it, right? So the Kevin drank a coffee that he bought at 7-Eleven. You need a new subject. So just keep that in your mind. If you have it after the subject, which we practiced last week, you don't need a new subject in the adjective clause. But we practiced after verbs last week, and those you do need a new subject. And then again, this week, practicing with prepositions, you will need a new subject in the adjective clause. Okay, so let's look at two examples. The party is tomorrow. You are not going to it, of course, because of coronavirus. So here, to is the preposition, and then it is the object. And in this example, what does it mean? It means the party. So we can combine these two to say something like the party that nothing or which you are going to is tomorrow. So we change this sentence to an adjective clause and put it after party. So I could say the party that you are going to is tomorrow, or excuse me, the party that you are not going to is tomorrow. The party you are not going to is tomorrow, or the party which you are not going to is tomorrow. So any three of these are okay. It's very natural in spoken English and written English. Okay. They all mean the same thing too, same meaning. Oh, I should say there's one more way to use a preposition and adjective clause, but it's very formal. So you will only see this maybe in a very difficult newspaper article or in a very high level English textbook, studying a science subject or something like that, or maybe an old movie, or you might see it on TOEFL or TOEIC test. So if you care about any of those things, or you think you might see it there. it's important to at least understand, but it looks a little strange, and you probably should not use this when you're speaking because it sounds a little strange, and maybe people will make a strange face at you. So F, the party to which you are not going is tomorrow. And probably if this is sounds strange to you, that's normal because it's not so common. But here we take this whole prepositional phrase to it and we move that to the front and we change it to which. So we say the party to which you are not going is tomorrow. So you don't need to use this, but you should be able to read it and understand it. E and F, all of those have the same meaning. Okay, one more example. The man was nice. I talked with him. So this time we have a person, not a thing. So we will say the man that I talked with was nice, or the man I talked with was nice, or the man whom I talked with was nice. All three of these are okay and perfectly fine. Or if you are watching a very old British movie or something, you might hear the man with whom I talked was nice. So here we use this whole prepositional phrase with him comes to the front as with whom, like that. If you, one more thing to say in I, if you see this form, you must use whom. You cannot use that or nothing. You have to keep whom here. Yeah, and I think that's basically it. So good luck. You have 2 exercises in the textbook to practice with, and let me know if you have any questions. All right, talk to you later. Bye.